Namaste, Jessica ji.
Namaste.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. Are you ready for today's session?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's begin. This is your Ashtanga Vinyasa session. Do you know about Ashtanga Vinyasa? What is it about?
Well, I've heard that Ashtanga yoga is about an 8-limb yoga, and it's not like vinyasa, which is flowy. This is like one powerful posture with one breath. That's how I know it.
Yeah. So then we have set of sequence, the set of posture that we need to follow after one another. All right. So we do have 5 salutation A from 5 salutation B. Then we have standing sequence. Then we have sitting posture. Then we have finishing sequence in this. All right. So let's begin. Just find yourself into any comfortable pose. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's chant 3 times Om together. Inhale. Om. Bring your hands together in front of the heart center. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandarsita Swatma Sukha Bhavode Nisveya Srejangi Nikayamane Samsari Halaha Halmo Shanti Abahu Purushakaram Sankrichakra Sidharinam Sahasrarsi Samsvetam Pranimamim Patanjalim. Just feel the vibration and effect of the Om chanting. Bow your head down and open up your eyes while thinking. And namaste. Okay, stand up straight on the top of your mat. We'll start with sun salutation. Okay. Do you know what is sun salutation A of Ashtanga and what is sun salutation B of Ashtanga?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm saying that do you know what is Ashtanga sun salutation A and what is Ashtanga sun salutation B?
Yes, I know that.
All right. Just stand up straight on the top of your mat. Now, as you inhale, stretch your arms up over the head and straight up high in the air. And then exhale, bend forward, put your hands down on your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, Chatwari, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 Vijay breaths. 1, 2, 3, inhale, exhale, 4, 5. Now press your palms, bend your knee, jump forward, halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, all the way come up high. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Now inhale again, take your arms up over the head. Inhale, exhale, bend forward, put your hands down. Inhale, halfway look up. And then exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hold on there. 1, stay for some times. Breathe in, breathe out. So here we do Ujjayi breathing. 3, inhale deeply and forcefully exhale out. Try to make that ocean sound through your breath. 4, 5. Now press your hands, bend your knees, jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, stretch your arms up over the head, all the way come up high. Exhale, Samasthiti. Third round, inhale, sweep your arms up over the head. Exhale, bend forward, put your hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Keep pressing your shoulders, keep on pressing your fingers, palms into your mat. Hold there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, completely bend forward, stretch your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up over the head. Exhale, Samasthiti. Now inhale again, sweep your arms up over the head. Exhale, bend forward, put your hands down on your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up over the head, all the way come up high. Exhale, Samasthiti. So this is the last round of sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep your arms up over the head. Exhale, bend forward, put your hands down on your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, sweep your arms up over the head, all the way come up high. Exhale, Salutation B. Now we will do Sunsalutation B. Bend your knees, stretch your arms for the chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, bend forward, put your hands down on your mat. Inhale, halfway look up, and then exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bring your right leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A. Exhale, put your hands on the floor, step back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring your left leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A again. Arms up, hips square. Exhale, put your hands down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in, breathe out there. Keep on pressing your hands into your mat. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press your hands, bend your knees, jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, stretch your arms for the chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, Salutation. Now second round. Bend your knees, stretch your arms for the chair pose. Exhale, bend forward, put your hands down on your back. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Keep pushing your shoulders down, reach your hips high. Bring your right leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A. Exhale, put your hands on your mat and step back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A. Exhale, put your hands down on your mat and step back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now stay here for 5 ujjayi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now press your hands, bend your knees, jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, half all the way come up high for the chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, Salutation. Now last round, bend your knees, stretch your arms for the chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, bend forward, put your hands down on your mat. for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring your right leg forward in between your both hands. Warrior A. Exhale, put your hands on the floor and step back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now left leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A. Veerbhadrasana. Exhale, put your hands on the floor and step back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down, stretch your spine. Inhale for the chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, if you have any question about any posture about the like in this sun salutation, you may ask now because we're gonna go over to this each and every posture now of the sun salutation.
Do you think anything I did any mistake on previous poses?
No, you did it perfect. Like each and every posture. How long have you been practicing yoga?
I'm sorry?
How long have you been practicing yoga?
Oh, I did it for 8 to 10 years, but it's on and off. But I want to get in depth more, and I want to practice more and know more about yoga now.
Okay, and what about the injuries? Do you have any injuries?
About what? Sorry?
Any injuries?
I have no
Yes.
current injuries, but I have scoliosis. So I have a little back issue, so I'm having trouble with some of twisting postures, but I'm getting better at my alignment. But I think that would be a little obstacles on my twisting postures.
Okay, which side do you have scoliosis? Right side or left side?
The alignment is the right shoulder is lower.
The right shoulder is
So,
lower.
yeah.
So do you know
To
like
the
what
right.
are the things? Yeah. Do you know that what are the things that you are supposed to do if you're going for the triangle pose? So you're not supposed to go for the triangle pose to the right side. Always try to go with the left side because it's already arced on the left side, right?
Oh, okay.
It's on the left side. So do that triangle pose on the left side so that it is going to get to the back, to the center.
Do you mean it's the Trikonasana pose?
Yeah, Trikonasana and other poses like side angle pose, lateral
Okay.
bending. If you're lateral bending to the right side, don't bend to the right side. Maximum stretch from the left side so that it will get
Oh, okay.
fine. So
Okay.
this is the fundamental of the scoliosis. If you have got scoliosis, what actually like happens in that scoliosis? Let's suppose you have got scoliosis to the left side,
Yeah.
this side, right? So why does this happen? Because of the stiffness on your right side of the muscles. They are pulling you down. These your right side of the muscle, they are pulling you down, and these muscles does not have enough strength to hold you back, right? So what does
that's right. Yeah.
so what does it mean? You need to build the strength here on your left side, this side, your left side, and in the right side, you need to work on that flexibility.
Okay.
Okay.
So flexibility here, and this one is more for stretching it.
Yeah, no, strength here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You can develop the strength by doing this side planks. Like ultimately, you need to work on that core engagement.
Okay.
All right. So this is how you can get rid of this scoliosis. Or one more thing about this scoliosis, you don't have to do back bend. Okay, avoid back bends. Instead, you can go for the forward bend.
Oh, okay.
You have got this shape on your spine. How you can get this spine straight? When you're going to lengthen, right?
Hmm.
It's arched. Now, the moment when you lengthen, it's going to get back to its place. Okay, so no worry about this scoliosis. How long you have got this scoliosis?
Oh, since I was born, but it's getting angulated more on to the right side.
Yeah, it also happens because of that. Whenever we are standing, we never distribute our entire body weight evenly on our both feet. So it happens due to it as well because we maximum times shift our body weight on the one side. Okay, so
Okay.
try to be engaged from your other side. Which side? Left side. Because no, be engaged from the right, left side.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, the
That's really
more you
nice to
work
know.
out
Thank
here,
you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the more you work out here, the more you build the strength, develop strength here, the better alignment you will get in your spine.
Oh,
Okay,
that's really nice to know.
so
Thank you very much.
mhm. So always avoid back bends. Try to go for the forward bends like downward facing dog, mountain, or this Urdhva Hastasana or Urdhva Vrikshasan, bending forward is fine. But this upward facing dog at Cobra, be careful. You can do slight back bend is fine, but be careful about that back.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
So you're welcome. So let's talk about the alignment of the poses. Okay, so we do have seven vinyasa in warrior in sun salutation A. In 17 vinyasa we do have in sun salutation B. Sorry, nine vinyasa in sun salutation A and 17 vinyasa in sun salutation B. Okay, it starts with Urdhva Hastasana or Urdhva Vrikshasan, where your hands are above your head, right? So in this, we are supposed to lengthen our spine from the sideways. Make sure you are not rotating your hands inward. So this is the internal rotation, this is the outer rotation. Try to elevate higher with this outer rotation and sustain this elevation from the side. Okay, then look at your palms. With the next exhalation, you will bend forward. Okay, so whenever you're going for the forward bend, make sure where do you feel the maximum stretch when you bend forward?
Sorry.
Yeah, where do you feel the stretch when you bend forward?
The stretch.
Yeah, where do
I
you
feel
feel
that the
it?
stretch. Um, the stretch is more on the hip side. On this especially here on the back side of my
Hamstring.
thigh.
Mhm. See, in the forward bend, it is about that posterior group of muscles stretch. Posterior group of muscles stretch means your lower back is stretch, your thoracic region is stretch, your hips is stretch, and your hamstring. If you are failing that stretch only on your hamstring and your hips, that means you are doing it wrong. Alright, so we need to have that stretch entirely on the posterior group of muscles on our spine as well. Okay, the more you extend your spine, the better extension you will feel on your, in each and every vertebral column. All right. So when you're bending forward, it's not necessary to keep your legs always straight, but you have to bend forward from your pelvis girdle and lengthen in your spine. Don't make any hump. The moment you will make hump, you will not feel any stretch on your lower back.
Okay, so
Okay.
for
So
then I'm not supposed to feel any stretches on my thighs or my back of the legs.
no. See, you have to evenly get that stretch on each and every side of your body, like
Oh, okay.
the hamstring, hips, and your lower back as well. Okay, it's not like only on the hamstring stretch. All right.
Okay.
So how are we going to do this forward bend? So instead of bending forward like this completely, you can bend your knees. Okay, try to focus on that touch between your abdomen and your thighs. You have to maintain that touch between your abdomen and your thighs. You can bend your knees, and don't let your hips go forward. Push your hips backward. Okay, keep on pushing your hips backward, and then look in between your both hands and walk your hands forward so that your hands gets aligned with your spine. Right? Slightly bend your knees, Jessica B. Bend your knees, bend your knees,
Sorry.
Bend your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, bend your knees and then move your hips backward like this in that side, in that way. Okay, keep on bending and walk your hands forward, stretch and lengthen your spine. Okay, and rotate your legs inward. See, in the forward bend, the tendency of your legs is to rotate inward. Make sure your legs are rotating inward from the top. Okay, this is the internal rotation when your hips moving in. This is the outer rotation when your knees are moving away from each other. Okay, so make sure your legs are moving in from the top and
Okay.
then bending down. Okay, just feel that stretch on your hips, on your lower back as well. Okay, still if you don't feel any stretch, you can go near to the chair or wall, or you can take the support of the bolster as well in this in this way. First, you need to bend your knees and then move your hips backward. Try to keep on pushing your hips backward and put your hands on something so that you can get the information from the floor. Keep on pushing your hips backward, walk your hands forward, walk forward, and then look in between your both hands. Now you will feel that nice stretch, nice extension all the way around on your spine, all the way around on your hips and your hamstring as well. Okay, so this forward bend or back bend. Okay, when we are going for the forward bend flexibility or back bend flexibility, we need to work from the top to bottom. Okay,
Okay.
so this forward bend is also about that entire stretch from top to bottom. So first we have to stretch from your spine, then from your hips. Once you get enough flexibility on your lower back, on your spine, once you get enough flexibility on your hips, then you can move further to your hamstring because you can easily get hamstring stretch anywhere, right? Whether you are bending forward in this, you will feel that stretch on your hamstring. When you're here in this pose, you will easily feel the stretch on your hamstring. But what about your lower back and your thoracic region? So that is also supposed to be stretched enough.
Okay.
All right. After that, what posture we have in sun salutation?
Sorry.
Like what other pose we have in sun salutation?
Um, I think my other, I don't have any other issues, but I sometimes still feel I don't have that much strength to hold chaturanga for a long time.
See, so what are the fundamentals of chaturanga? Let's understand that one. All right. So in chaturanga dhanasana, what is the main purpose? To hold our body against the gravity, right? It's not
Yes.
like to go towards the gravity. If you are completely, bending down against towards the gravity, then it will no more be chaturanga dhanasana, right? So you have to just find the resistance. The more you push yourself against the gravity, the better hold that you will start to develop your strength in your arms. Okay. So how are we going to do this chaturanga dhanasana? From the plank, first lean forward. Okay. Don't just bend from here. Look at here. Don't just bend your elbows like this. First, you have to lean forward, bend your elbows into chaturanga. Okay, so it's not necessary to bend your elbows completely down like this. Okay, because here we are resisting against the gravity. We are resisting the gravity. So how are we going to resist? When we are pushing our hands. Okay, slightly bend your elbows and then push your hands against the floor, against the mat. Okay, and then hold on there. Wherever you are holding, that is fine. That is your level. Respect that level and honor that. Okay, so no need to bend your elbows completely down. Wherever you are, hold. You can drop your knees down in the beginning. Yes. Okay. See, in this Chaturanga Dhanasana, your elbows are bent below their 90-degree angle, right? Make sure your elbows are not bent below the 90-degree angle. You can keep that level into 90 degrees or above the 90 degrees.
Also
I would
exactly
say
90 degrees.
not exactly 90 degree, but above the 90 degrees also fine.
Okay.
Why? Why is it so? Because when we are bending below the 90-degree angle, Now here, what we are doing, we don't develop any strength here because we are just hanging into our joints. These joints are like holding us. But when we are here, when we are bending our elbows slightly, this time our muscles are holding us. These are being, these muscles are being more contracted, right? But
Yes.
when you're bending too much down towards the floor, then it will no more be Chaturanga Dandasana because your joints are holding you back. Then you don't develop any strength, right? Same like in chair pose. In chair pose, what do we do? In the chair pose, we bend our knees like this, right? If we are, if we keep on bending our knees, then we're gonna, we're gonna sit on our heel. But what we are doing actually here, we are resisting this in a bending. So how we are going to resist? The more you reach your hips up, hips high, at the same time you have to push your hips. Reach your hips up, push your hips, okay? And then engage your thigh muscles. So you are actually trying to standing up. You are not, you don't want to bend, but you are trying to standing up. You are trying to get your legs straight, but at the same time you're pushing your hips down as well. So this resistance is gonna develop the strength in your thigh muscle and your hips as well.
So it's like I'm pushing it upwards, like not that, but that. So more like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And your thigh muscles are being more contracted, right? So this is how you have to understand the posture, like till what extent you can stretch, till what extent you can hold. If you feel like it's you are crossing your limits, you just need to release the posture and get out of there and rest in relaxing poses. Okay, so poses are supposed to be ease. They are not supposed to be hard or we are struggling there. Just go easy. The main purpose is that to bring that awareness on your breath and bring the awareness on the posture. Wherever you're feeling that stress, that consciousness should be there at the same time when you're holding. Okay, if you don't have any consciousness in the posture, then there is no benefit of doing that posture. It's gonna give you, bad effect. All right. So Chaturanga Dhanasana, you can slightly bend your knees, sorry, bend your elbows, and then hold on there. After that, we have upward facing dog. As you have scoliosis, that is supposed to be avoided, but for the information, let's understand that one as well. So in the upward facing dog, the knees and thighs are off the floor like this. Either you can tuck your toes under. Just let's understand when you're tucking your toes under and when you're untucking your toes. Feel the difference. Which one is more comfortable?
For me, it's where when I untuck my toe.
Untuck your toes. Now
Yes.
try
So
to tuck your
when,
toes and then get to the posture. Now what I
so
want you to do is
it's much
tuck
more
your toes.
comfortable for me if I'm just put it there, not like this.
Okay. So let's try this one more time. Okay, tuck your toes under and get to the upward facing dog. Upward facing dog. Very nice. So this is upward facing dog.
Yeah,
In
actually,
this
it's
upward facing, and now untuck your toes. Yeah, which one
yeah.
you felt more comfortable?
Actually, yeah. It's much easier if I tuck my toes.
Yes. So when you're tucking your toes under, at that time, what is actually like happening in that your thighs, your legs, entire leg is getting parallel to the floor. Okay. When you tuck your toes under, you get the height from the floor. Okay. So whenever you're getting height from the floor, your posture gets easy to hold. Each and every posture, whether you are talking about triangle pose, revolve triangle pose, side angle pose, wide leg forward bend, or even the crow pose as well. When you get height from the floor, it gets easy to hold, right? So when you are tucking your toes under, your body gets height, right, against the gravity. Your toes are pushing down, and your legs get straight, and then you make that nice arc. That arc gets into 90 degrees angle, right? But when you're tucking your toes under, sorry, when you're not tucking your toes under, when your toes are flat like this.
Yeah.
So in this, from the bottom, like from the tip of the toes to your hips, that makes one slanted line that gets slanted, right? So in that slanted line, the gravity is pushing you down from each and every region of your legs, from your thighs, from your knee, from your calf muscle, from your toes as well. So gravity is pulling you down. But when you're tucking your toes under, the gravity know that you have got something very solid support. From there, you are holding you up in the air. But when you're untucking your toes, at the time your entire legs is being pushed from the gravity. But when you're tucking your toes under, at the time you get more conscious of that stretch, and that posture becomes easier. Okay, and you don't feel much stress on your abdomen and your lower back as well. Okay, so
Right. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so in the upward facing dog, when you are untucking your toes, at that time it just bending, like that slanted line is coming from your leg, right? To your from the toes to your hips, it makes one slant line like this. But when you're tucking your toes under, then your leg gets straight, parallel to the ground, right? So when you're untucking your toes, your leg you make this slanted line. At the same time, your spine does not know where from it is supposed to bend, because
Okay.
many a time what happens when you are making the slanted line untucking your toes, at that time you get a lot of pressure on your tailbone, your sacrum bone, and then it comes to your lower back. Actually, it is bending from the pelvis girdle, but your pelvis girdle did not move. Right? Your pelvis
Okay.
girdle is straight. Your pelvis girdle, this pelvis girdle is stable. So where are we bend from? Lower back. So we can easily bend from the lower back when we are tucking our toes under and we get our spine straight, and then get our hips parallel to the ground. Just look at here now. These are my untucked toes. Just see my back bend where I'm bending from. I'm bending from here, from the tailbone or lower
Yes.
back, right? But when I'm tucking my toes under, I can get my lower back extended. But when I'm untucking the toes, then gravity is pulling me down, and I get a lot of pressure on my abdomen. Okay, so when you're going for Iyengar yoga classes, in the Iyengar yoga, it is said that you're always supposed to tuck your toes under, because in Iyengar
Mm.
yoga they don't they don't give priority to the movement. They give priority to the holding. The more you hold the posture, the more you have stability in the posture, the betterment you will find in your body. That benefits will also come to your body. If you just keep on moving, then you will never find the benefit. You will
Yes.
just get muscular, your muscles develop when you are just keep on moving. But when you're holding the posture, then you get internal benefit from the posture. Okay.
Okay.
So it is also said that the girls or women, they are always supposed to tuck their toes under when they are going for this upward facing dog,
Okay.
because they don't get much stress, the pressure on their ovaries, on their abdomen, or yeah, these things. All right.
Thank you. I will
So
start
let's
doing that.
yeah. So let's move further to downward facing dog and mountain. Have you heard mountain pose before?
I thought mountain pose and downward facing dog is just the same, no?
They look similar, but there is a difference. Okay. So
Okay.
in the mountain, your fingers are together, your feet are together. But in the downward facing dog, on the other hand, you are spreading your fingers out, your legs are
Oh,
open. All right. And what other thing we have in this? The mountain, as its name is mountain. Mountain does not move. It should be stable, like this, from your heel to your hip, hip to your hands. It should be completely stable, like this. But in the downward facing dog, have you seen down dog? How does it do? Have you
my
seen
down
dog
dog?
that yeah, down dog?
Yes.
How, like the real dog? How does he do this downward facing dog? He make that nice arc, right?
Yes.
He make that arc. So in this downward facing dog, we have to make that nice arc on our thoracic region. You are trying to fetch your thoracic region down on your mat, and your spine get straight till the lower back. From the lower back to your head, it gets bent. So let's understand in different way. Do you know extended puppy pose?
Extended puppy pose. I know puppy pose only, like when I put my
Same,
chest.
same,
Yeah.
same thing. So the extended puppy that is called extended puppy pose as well. Okay. So what do you understand in that extended puppy? Where do you feel the maximum stretch?
The maximum stretch is on my shoulder and my
On
chest.
your shoulders, on your chest as well, right? So this puppy, when it grows older, it becomes dog, right? When puppy grows older, it becomes dog, right? So you have to have the same stretch in the downward facing dog as well. Just your
Oh,
legs are, getting longer. That's it. Okay, this is the easiest way to understand it. So now look at here. How are we going to feel the same stretch in the downward facing dog from the puppy extended pose? This is your extended puppy pose. In this, I'm feeling that stretch on my shoulders. Now from here, reach your hips high and push your shoulders down. This is your downward facing dog. But in the mountain, now look at here. Now let's talk about mountains. But in the mountain, your entire body is like you have to be stable like this in the mountain. But in the downward facing dog, your legs are open. You can increase the distance between your hands and your feet, and then push your shoulder down. Okay.
so
So
it's
this is
like
a
a
different.
little bit overstretched when I do downward
Over.
dog.
Yeah, overstretch.
But on mountain pose, I just do it like really on a line.
Really straight line. Yeah,
Yeah.
align.
Okay.
Right.
Now I
So
know.
that's a bit. All right. So this is how we are going to, make differences in between downward facing dog and mountain, upward facing dog and cobra. In the cobra pose, your lower belly should be on the floor. That cobra pose does not give a stretch on a lumbar back. It only gives a stretch here on a thoracic region. You're supposed to bend from here, from the top, not from the bottom. Okay. In the upward facing dog, we feel that stretch on a, sorry, in the lumbar region, but not on the thoracic region. Okay. And we have warrior A as well. In the warrior A, our front leg will be bent into 90-degree angle or above the 90-degree angle. Again, if it's getting lower than 90-degree angle, it's going to be hold from your joints on. So here we are working on that the strength development on our muscles. So we have to keep our legs above the 90-degree angle when we are holding. Okay? Below the 90-degree angle, it means the gravity is more powerful than your resistance. But when your leg is moving higher than 90-degree angle, it means the gravitational force is less than your resistance. It means you're working on your muscle. Okay,
Okay.
that's it for this, sun salutation. Do you have any question about these poses, sun salutation A or sun salutation B?
No, actually, I gained so much knowledge that I did some of them wrong. So now I know how to do it right. So
Yeah,
I think I'm okay.
all right. So from tomorrow, we'll move further from sun salutation to other poses, and we'll also talk about the alignment of the poses. All right, then you will have better understanding about the poses and how much you have to hold. What should be the breathing technique in there that we are going to understand.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's begin. Let's finish today's session. Sit in any comfortable pose. Take a few moments here to observe your breath. Observe your body posture. Let's chant one Om followed by three shots. Inhale, Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your hands together in front of the heart center. Bow your head down. Open your eyes while blinking. And namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you very much for the class.
Tomorrow, you're welcome. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Enjoy your day.
Namaste. You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.